Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Starting off this morning with some low visibility in a few places. I'll show you how it could affect your morning commute.
A shooting update. The new information we're expecting today from Raleigh police about a shootout that left an officer in critical condition and the suspect dead.
$7 million short. The pressing issues in the Durham Public Schools budget that the school board will address tonight.
And a new children's hospital. What we expect to learn from UNC and Duke Health about plans to revolutionize pediatric care in the Triangle as early as today. Two rivals on the same team for that. Good morning, everyone. It is 6 o'clock. Our team is here to get you ready on this Tuesday morning. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Thanks for making us part of your routine here. We're going to turn the corner Tuesday here, temperature-wise.
Love it.
Certainly, yeah, This is pretty good stuff. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. After we get past this fog, it's going to be a nice day.
It is, really. So we're back up to 10-mile visibility for Roxborough, Durham, and Raleigh, but watching Goldsboro just drop down to half a mile, so likely to be some patchy fog there, and potentially down here into Southern Pines. Took a look there just a little while ago. So it'll vary this morning as the sun comes up. This is a live look at Fayetteville, where it still looks a little damp here on the streets. I would expect our southern counties, where we had more rain yesterday, to be the ones that see that low cloud cover and fog. 41 in the Triangle area. We do have a southwest wind today that's going to bring our temperatures up. It'll start to get a bit breezy this afternoon. Winds at 20, gusting up to 30. And as the wind picks up this morning, that will also help to clear us out. But I do have the tower lit in purple for cloudy skies, because we are seeing that in a few places this morning. But really, this afternoon, we should be nice and bright. The warm air down south, 44 in Fayetteville, 46 in Clinton, will continue to spread northward. But right now, it is still 36 up in Roxborough. We'll see sunshine with a high of 60 this afternoon. And I'll show you how many days in the next 7 will be in the 60s. Coming up, Ken.
6:01, Elizabeth, as we start outside, give you a live look at I-40 and Wade Avenue, courtesy of a live cab network this morning. Traffic flowing nicely in both directions. No major incidents to report on any of our major routes this morning, which is good news, especially if you're about to get ready to head out. We do, just in the last 10 seconds, we had a report of a crash on I-40 westbound at Chapel Hill Road. That's about right in this vicinity right here. I'll let you know if that's going to affect your morning commute moving forward. But you're getting ready to head out the door. We want you to get in the habit of tuning us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3. You can listen to us anywhere in the Triangle.
Happening today, Raleigh police are expected to release a 5-day report about the shootout last week that left an officer in critical condition. Officer Max Gillick was shot during a shootout with 70-year-old Antonio Rodriguez in the Renaissance Park neighborhood last Tuesday. Rodriguez died in the shootout. Investigators say Rodriguez killed his ex-wife's boyfriend, 73-year-old John Rowe, before police got there.
Today, a new finance team for Durham Public Schools is working to make sure a multi-million-dollar budget shortfall does not affect your child's experience in the classroom. WRAL's Laura Levine joins us live from DPS headquarters this morning. Laura, teacher pay and cost of student meals are all playing into this.
Renee, good morning. Durham Public Schools is now wrestling a nearly $7 million budget shortfall. We know with this that they're hoping tonight district leaders meeting here to find solutions to tackle their money problems. Now, district leaders last week revealed that their new finance team discovered a massive shortfall of initially around $34 million and made some quick decisions to decrease that number by 80%. The number comes from a variety of areas, such as 315 positions not accounted for, payments to charter schools when a child leaves the district for a charter school, the child nutrition program costs, and even rising utilities. We spoke with Superintendent Anthony Lewis. He tells us he feels optimistic that they can overcome this and prevent future miscalculations.
Our goal is not to touch our students or to touch our staff, but more of thinking about, from a behavioral standpoint, what can we do a better job of in terms of allocating money. So we don't anticipate there will be any major cuts or hard asks for the board. It will just be an opportunity for us to kind of tighten the belt.
And Dr. Lewis says in an effort to be transparent, he wants to also have budget sessions and meetings, not only with school leaders, but with school staff, teachers, and community members. The school board will meet tonight here in Durham at 6:30. Laura Levine, WRAL News. We're live in Durham.
Big news for pediatric health in the Triangle. We expect an announcement as soon as today about the area's first standalone children's hospital. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from UNC Hospital in Chapel Hill. And Kelsey, this would be a partnership between UNC and Duke Health.
Yes, Jeff, we're expecting that announcement in just a few hours or so. And right now, the main healthcare providers in our region, Duke, UNC, and WakeMed, all serve children in their general hospitals, like what we're seeing here with UNC Health in Chapel Hill. They only have pediatric care units within their general hospitals, so this could be a game changer. This new hospital is estimated to cost around $2 billion. It would bring thousands of jobs to the Triangle and have 500 beds available for patients. That's almost as big as UNC Health's flagship hospital in Raleigh. The project was approved as a part of UNC Health's 2023 budget. Those plans include a children's behavioral health hospital. We're working to find out if UNC and Duke Health have finalized a location, but in the meantime, we have heard from a UNC Health executive who says this plan could likely take 8 to 10 years to complete, and they would open the new hospital in the early 2030s. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Chapel Hill.
4 new executive orders from President Donald Trump address the future of the U.S. military. The new orders issued late last night include a ban on transgender service members. Another guts the military's DEI programs. Trump also signed an order that will reinstate with back pay service members who were discharged for refusing to get the COVID-19 vaccine. The fourth order begins a process of creating an Iron Dome for America. It would be a next-generation missile defense shield similar to what is used in Israel.
A Raleigh man is accused of pretending to be an immigration's enforcement agent and telling a woman she'd be deported if she didn't have sex with him. Raleigh police arrested Carl Bennett. He's facing charges including kidnapping and rape. He's accused of going to a Motel 6 on Appliance Court and showing the victim a business card with a badge on it. Local activists say this is a case of people preying on the sense of fear many people have right now about being deported. Police didn't share the race or immigration status of the victim.
Fencing like this may stay up at 5 Durham parks for the rest of the year. City leaders say more work needs to be done to assess the levels of lead contamination in the ground. The Parks and Recreation Department provided an update about their investigation last night. People gathered to learn more about the futures of East End Park, East Durham Park, Walltown, Northgate, and Lyon Parks as well. City officials say soil has been tested and contamination zones have been pinpointed. The next step will focus on examining the groundwater.
Today was just another example of our commitment to transparency and communication for the community, and to give everyone an update.
To have all the studies done by the end of the year. After that, the city will present options for how to move forward.
Today, a committee will work on Wake County Schools' budgets. They'll go over the unassigned fund balance they have and how to cover a pending deficit. Wake Schools is facing unexpected costs as well as higher than expected enrollment. It's also dealing with a deficit in school meals, which is complicated by the loss of pandemic stimulus funding.
Your time is 6:08 here on the WRAL Live Center. I tell you what, we're keeping our eye on the economy this week because several notable things are happening as I show you the U.S. futures this morning. You may recall that Chinese AI competitor DeepSeek has released that app that essentially is supposed to rival ChatGPT, and that took tech stocks in a bit of a tumble yesterday. In addition to all of that, we're also expecting to see that Fed meeting happen today and tomorrow. And just to give you a look at some of the upcoming tech earning reports, Tesla, Microsoft, and Meta are tomorrow, Apple, Amazon on Thursday, and then NVIDIA, one of the leading tech stocks, February 26th. So we're definitely going to watch and see what actually happens here during the week for these earnings calls and see how the opening bell turns out in terms of how investors are feeling.
Thanks, Chris. St. Augustine's University is responding to the state attorney general's objection to a proposed land lease deal. This deal was designed to help save the financially troubled HBCU. St. Augustine's will get $70 million and share future revenue with the development firm. AG Jeff Jackson says the upfront money isn't enough based on property valuations. The office will reconsider the deal if the school can justify it. St. Aug officials say they're concerned about the process that led to the AG's rejection, and the university is committed to working collaboratively with their office.
Durham firefighters are the latest victims of a growing crime trend, break-ins targeting first responders. Several personal cars in station parking lots were left looking like this last week. It's happening in Chapel Hill as well. Thieves broke into 15 cars at 3 different stations in mid-January. It's recently become a big problem at 24/7 operations like fire stations and hotels. A Durham division chief says it is more than just an expensive problem. It could affect morale.
You look at the fact that we have got a current, hiring process that's about to get started. So when we look at trying to get firefighters from other agencies, that's one of the things that they could potentially look at, is their city, are they having the same issue in their city right now? And if not, is that a deterrent from coming over?
Durham Fire is now working to add more security cameras to parking lots and limit who can access radio traffic. 10 after 6 on your Tuesday, a daring heist, the intricate scheme thieves used to steal rare artifacts from a Dutch museum.
And injured skiers rescued from a mountain, all thanks to an Apple Watch. We'll have the incredible story of survival out of Washington State.
And some changing conditions for us this morning. The wind is starting to pick up, so skies may start to clear, especially in the Triangle. Still some low visibility around Goldsboro. We'll take a look at the conditions as you head out the door.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:14, we take a live look at our tower as we're looking across Wake County. This is from the southeast looking to the west. Earlier this morning, it looked like there was some moisture hanging in the atmosphere, and there's probably still some, but the wind's starting to pick up, and that camera is starting to look a little bit clearer. When the sun comes up, we'll get a good idea of how things are looking, but we will see plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Goldsboro's sensors definitely picking up on some fog right now, half a mile visibility there with a temperature of 40 degrees. It's 44 in Fayetteville and 39 right now in Lewisburg. Here's visibility again. There's that half-mile visibility in Goldsboro. It's 5 miles in Southern Pines, but visibility is increasing and improving around the Triangle. It is going to be a beautiful afternoon, but a bit breezy, great for flying a kite. We'll see a high this afternoon of 60 degrees, Ken.
All right, Elizabeth, at 6:14, our friends at Raleigh Wake 911 reporting a crash on I-40 westbound this morning near Chapel Hill Road. Right now, it's a minor crash, just damage only. We're not seeing any issues in that particular area. So just watch for some police activity if you're navigating I-40 westbound this morning. This is the southwestern loop of the Beltline this morning. Really and truly, no other incidents to report on any of our major routes from Wendell, Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. And when they're coming up in just a few minutes, some of those delayed times and some other routes coming into the capital city.
All right, thanks, Ken. Investigators are looking for clues to figure out who broke into a Dutch museum and stole ancient artifacts. So take a look at this security video. You can see thieves breaking into the Drent Museum, and then you see an explosion. They stole a 2,500-year-old golden helmet from the Dacia civilization located in present-day Romania. Also missing these gold bracelets. The museum's director fears the thieves will melt the artifacts down for gold. The Dutch police say they are investigating a nearby car fire in connection. They believe the thieves set one car on fire before escaping in another.
A hold on federal grants and loans is expected to go into effect later today. The White House Budget Office ordered that pause. It's the latest move by the Trump administration to control federal funding. The administration says the pause will give it a chance to review programs and determine the best uses for that federal money. It will not affect Social Security, Medicare benefits, or other assistance that's provided directly to people.
We're working to learn if any arrests have been made after a boy was shot in Rocky Mount. Police say it happened on Hill Street just after 5 Sunday night. Officers found the boy with a bullet wound. He was rushed to the hospital and is expected to be okay.
Some wearable technology is being credited with helping guide rescuers to injured skiers in Washington state. What a story here. WR's Michelle McConaughey has the rescue and incredible video here.
It is quite the story, Jeff. Saved after a leg injury, all thanks to an Apple Watch. New video from the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. It shows the rescue in Washington State's backcountry on Wednesday. Take a look at this. The skiers fell 1,000 feet down the mountain, and video shows the rescue helicopter approaching the area and the skier's friend waving desperately to get the rescuer's attention. The rescuer is then lowered from the helicopter. The injured skier put on another jacket and was secured to a line before being lifted to safety. But the rescue did not end there.
The second patient with a knee injury that's still down there.
That's good. Keep moving right over. No, you're stable? Yeah, I'm stable. Go.
And that skier couldn't walk, so all 3 skiers were helped into the helicopter and brought down the mountain to safety. Now, it's unclear which Apple Watch the skier had on, but the fallen detection that is available on devices as old as the 2018 Apple Watch Series 4.
Today, Durham's local government organizations are honoring Martin Luther King Jr. This ceremony is happening at 11:30 this morning at First Presbyterian Church on East Main Street. Durham Public Schools Superintendent Anthony Lewis will be the keynote speaker. Other local leaders and elected officials will also speak. The event is open to the public. Still going to need a coat this morning, I would say, just maybe not your heaviest. We are in the 30s. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. By the afternoon, though, we can ditch the coat.
Oh, it's going to be a nice afternoon, and we have a stretch of those. I can't wait to show you in the 7-day forecast. Here's a live look at Fayetteville. Fayetteville was one of the areas that saw the most rain yesterday, and so there's a lot of moisture there. The roads are a little bit damp. There may be some patchy fog in spots around Cumberland County and our southern counties. Apex is looking fine this morning. Chapel Hill also, notice this sheen on the pavement there, so there may have been a bit of drizzle there overnight. The wind is starting to pick up, and that's going to help to clear things out for us as we get through the next few hours. Taking a look at downtown Raleigh, all looks good there on our Jimmy V cam. This is a look at the big picture. We had this disturbance swinging through. It took all the rain with it. What happens now is our winds shift to southerly, southwesterly, and that starts to push in some drier and warmer air. By Friday, though, then, of course, the next system rolls through, and we do have a number of those that will be marching across the area. That's actually really good news because we do need the rain. It will be breezy on Friday, temperatures approaching 70. And by the afternoon, the rain showers roll through. We may even see a few thunderstorms. We'll be watching for the potential for some severe weather with this. You know, we start to warm things up this time of year, and we have to begin to think about severe storms. This is Friday right around noon, and you can see the rain that starts to move in overnight. The bulk of it will actually be overnight, and in most of the models are showing it out by Saturday morning. But of course, today's Tuesday, that's Saturday. We'll continue to watch the timing of that. 30% chance late Friday, a 70% chance overnight, and then just a 20% chance for any lingering rain on Saturday. Right now, it doesn't look like a whole lot, a 1/4 of an inch or so. That number might go up a little bit, so just keep checking back, see if we end up changing that. Saturday morning is the Krispy Kreme Challenge. You know, it's where everybody runs from the bell tower at NC State down to Krispy Kreme, eats a bunch of donuts, and runs back, and we're not going to talk about what else happens after that. You won't find me anywhere near that. I'll just tell you that. But we will see some sunshine by lunchtime and our temperature near 60. So it's going to be a nice one. Groundhog Day, of course, is Sunday. And the groundhog, if it sees its shadow, sorry, I don't know where my graphics are running off to. Of course, we could have more winter, but our outlook for February is above normal. So we'll see how that all shapes up. Lots of days in the 60s. As a matter of fact, Thursday is the only day in the 50s in this 7-day forecast, Ken.
Elizabeth, no thanks to the Krispy Kreme Challenge. No, but I digress. Hey, listen, we got a minor crash to report this morning on I-40 westbound near Chapel Hill Road. It's really a minor crash, not affecting any traffic whatsoever. We're not seeing any delays on any of our major routes coming into the capital city. As you can see right now, virtually no delays, really just a couple of minutes for our friends coming in from Wake Forest. Similarly, in Durham, we've got zeros running wild. You can get to the Bull City on time on any of those major routes. Now, if you're getting ready to head out the door, we want you to get in the habit of tuning us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3. You can listen to us anywhere in the Triangle, but you have a couple more options, 99.3 FM in Raleigh and 96.5 FM in Durham.
A strange, terrible scene, I should say, at Charlotte. Tragedy at the airport there in Charlotte. What witnesses are saying about an accident that killed a worker on the tarmac.
And collateral arrest. Why immigration officers say their push to track down wanted undocumented migrants is also rounding up people not charged with any crimes.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
A new mom is going viral for her very public and very quick return to work after having a baby.
This is Ken Smith right now with what is trending on our Tuesday. Ken, this is amazing.
Yeah, we're talking about Tennessee women's basketball coach Kim Caldwell. She returned to the bench last night, just 1 week after giving birth to her first child. She only missed one game.
You want to talk about tough? She gave birth to her son on a Monday while she had the flu.
Oh, God
on Friday,
bless her.
she went to practice, and then that following Monday, she showed up for that game. They were playing South Carolina, the defending national champions. Coach Dawn Staley says women have the strength of 10 men, no doubt about it. So tough, and she got a standing ovation when she came in.
Might send a little message to her team also to be tough.
Exactly.
She's dedicated, that's for sure.
Hey, Lady Gaga trending this morning. She has a new album coming out soon. It's called Mayhem. You'll be able to listen to it on March 7th.
Yeah, just looking at the video here, there's a lot of mayhem going on there. It's a little bit disturbing. The album,
dark.
Yeah, it's super dark. The album it features also a collab with Bruno Mars. That's coming out, and she's also going to debut another single and another video at the Grammys. So
we're ready for a little Lady Gaga.
Yeah, exactly. Ken, thanks. NC State led Duke by 13 points, but the Blue Devils finished the second half comeback and beat the Wolfpack by 10, 74-64. Duke's star freshman Cooper Flagg continues to impress. He finished with 28 points last night. Duke's the number 2 team in the country, hasn't lost a game since Thanksgiving. The Wolfpack have now dropped 5 in a row. Duke hosts rival UNC at Battle of the Blues Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. Soaring egg prices. How high the Department of Agriculture thinks the cost will get as demand rises.
And heading out the door, you do still need your jacket as we see the cool temperatures for this morning. This afternoon, the sunshine breaks out. We'll hit 60 degrees in most places. I'll show you how many more days we'll see highs in the 60s.
And pretending to be an immigrations officer, how police say a Raleigh man capitalized on fears of deportation to kidnap and rape a woman.